Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could be with us again. For those tuning in on the simulcast on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X, we're glad you all can be with us. Going to bring in our friends over on IG so they can be part of our conversation. And last but certainly not least, going to connect with our friends over on Amazon Live, where our next guest has a ton of books over there. So if you guys have not gotten yours, you definitely need to head over to Amazon to get those. We're going to talk to her about what's been a really busy year. Also, of course, this new quarter and what you guys can expect. And we're now live on Amazon Live with Cyrus Webb Presents. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon side, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button, either here in this corner or down below. You also will see books by our next guest. We're excited to welcome Master Event Planner, Motivational Speaker, Media Personality. Melissa Banks is a busy lady. We're going to talk to her about what she's been up to. Also, she just had a live in-person event, as well as another Dream Party Live since the last time we talked. And she's gearing up to end the year with a brand new book for those looking for help when it comes to event planning. Melissa, welcome back to the program.
I'm excited to be here. It seems like it's been a while, but I guess not.
Yeah, you know what? Time moves quickly. You've done a lot since the last time we were on. You had another Dream Party line, of course, online. But Melissa, the big headline since the last time we talked was your first in-person event this year, just for yourself. Talk to us about that experience. I got a chance to sneak in for a bit from, where did I come in from? Was it North Carolina? Had to remember where I came in from. I had the chance to sneak in. But what was it like for you to feel that energy in the room, Melissa, being able to celebrate the things you've been able to create?
You know what? That was the first time ever, really. All the pieces was there in one space, and it was so exciting. It was exciting to talk to the people, show everything that we've been doing, and just share. It was a great time. It was different. You know, the energy level in person is just totally different from what we do on live. Even though lives are a lot of fun, but you cannot generate that energy and that connection actually talking about the books with the books in your hand with the reader standing there and just getting to play in the jury, all doing all of it in the space. So it was amazing and exciting experience.
Love that. Well, it was also great to see your sister Edie while I was there, to see your mom as well. You know, I thought about when I saw your mom there, Melissa, about the first event I attended with you. And that was your mother being there with you when you were doing your speaking engagement back in 2020. What was it like for her to be with you in your first live event this year?
You know, it always changes the atmosphere when she's able to be there. My mom is 90 years old and she loves being in the space. And when she's there, it's exciting to me. It's just a whole different vibe for me to just have her there in the space. And she's my biggest cheerleader. So I was excited that she was there that day to share the signature experience with us as well.
Mhm. Melissa, we've talked some, and I have some of your books here with me here, and our audience can see them in the carousel. They can see, Do I Really Need an Event Planner? You all can see it there. Also, of course, you can see the Dream by Design Dream Journal. You can see it here. I'm going to highlight for you guys on the Amazon. I want to talk about this experience for you because jury, people kind of can put that together with you, Melissa, because you're known for your jury. But what has it been like for you, especially at a place like you just had at your in-person event, to be really there as an author signing books? I got my book signed. What was it like for you to kind of embrace that? Because that was, for as I know, that was the first time you'd hosted your own event as an author.
And you know, and we had all the books of the entire Dream by Design book series there. That was the first time. And to be honest with you, it felt a little different. You know, I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around author, even though we have 6 books in now. But
Yeah,
it's still just an experience that I never thought would happen. And to see it happen and to actually sign books right there in the midst of everything, it was such an amazing experience. Nothing that I could explain or really put into words. It was just an amazing experience. And everyone who came was excited, whether they knew I was an author and they really came for something else, but when they saw the books, they got excited about them as well. So it was just good to be there and be in front of the reader as they saw the book, held the book for the first time, and to be able to leave a note for them inside. It was just an amazing experience.
I want to talk to you through the majority of this conversation. What I had planned, Melissa didn't know this, but what I had planned to talk to you about is the importance of and versus or. Because I think about Melissa, when I first was introduced to you, you led with being an event planner. That was your signature thing. What has it been like for you to add the ands, to be able to embrace being an event planner and motivational speaker and author and entrepreneur? What has it been like for you to embrace the fullness of your gifts?
You know, that is the biggest thing, the biggest change in my entire journey was understanding that yes, I am a master event planner, and at one time that was all I was supposed to be doing. I believe that it was just the beginning. Now I believe that, but at that time I thought that was what I was put here to do, that's what I was supposed to do. But the biggest change is my mindset that changed and opened up to different opportunities. And once I did that, more opportunities came. And an understanding that the plan for my life, it develops along the way, right? We're not designed to stay in one place. That's not what God wanted for us, and that's not what He wanted for me. But you have to be willing to step outside. And you know this, it wasn't easy for me at the beginning because all of it was new. I focused only on event planning at first. I never dreamed of being an author. I never dreamed of having the types of events or being able to be on a podcast or host two podcasts. That was not
Mhm.
in my plan, but it was in God's plan for me. But we have to be willing to say yes to things that feel uncomfortable, say yes to things that scares us, and not wait for us not to be afraid, but to keep moving. So to me, accepting that and believing in that is what changed everything.
And you've had some major things happening with your Dream by Design with Melissa Banks. You started a new series, Women Who Shine. Talk to us about that, Melissa, and why that was important for you to do, and what has it been like for you to see the response to the conversations you've had so far?
Because, Cyrus, I am clear that my purpose is to motivate and inspire women. And when the opportunity came to be able to talk to women about their journey, because sometimes we look at women and we show up really like we got it all together and everything's coming easy, but we're
Mhm.
dealing with some stuff, but we're just showing up anyway. When women share that part and how they show up anyway, despite of what they're going to, and other women see that, that encourages them, that inspires them to believe beyond what they can see in front of them. And that's why that show and just talking to those women is so important to me. And the Women Who Shine series, I absolutely get excited just talking about this series because it's given us an opportunity to spotlight some amazing women doing some hard work and some amazing things and just doing it, not doing it for the shine, not doing it for the applause, but doing it from the heart. And this gives them a chance to shine their own light because women typically don't do that on their own. So it's one of the most fulfilling things that I do.
Yeah. And on your show, the Melissa Banks Show, I had the privilege of being the first guest there. But your latest guest was actor, advocate, and now author Michael Corey Davis. Talk to us about that, Melissa Banks. What was it
Oh
like for
my
you to
God.
have that conversation with Michael?
I love that conversation with Michael. The Melissa Banks Show gives us a chance to talk to other people, men and women, about
Mhm.
some of the amazing things that they're doing and hopefully empowering others to do the same. Talking to Michael, though, when I was preparing, I thought it would be very different because, he's this big star and doing all these wonderful things. But talking to him, he has such a big heart. He shared so much. That was one of the most amazing conversations and so inspiring and so exciting. I never thought I would be interviewing someone in that caliber, but he was just wonderful. And I just loved that episode. And it released today, actually.
Yeah. Now, notice what Melissa just said, y'all. Another and there. Women and men. So, Melissa, talk to us about that because that's another change you've made in your platform. You were only focused on the women. And yes, we understand that was your primary audience, but what has it been like for you to embrace the fact that your platform could also be a place for men?
You know what? It was not something that I did easily, right? It was something that I started getting questions about. I started getting comments from men. And that got my brain to thinking, men need some of the same motivation. They need some of the same inspiration. It's not that it's separate from men. And men also show up going through some hard stuff and push through it and continue to move. So I wanted to reach that audience. And that's what the Melissa Banks show allows, is for me to talk to men and to learn about their journeys and to hear about some of the products and services and some of the things that they work on. Michael has a great, he does a lot of humanitarian efforts as well, and I just excited to hear about that. So it's
Yeah.
been eye-opening and a very different area for me, and something that I embrace and I love.
Yeah, I love that. James King, hello to you over there on Facebook. James says, keep shining bright, great people. Same to you, James. Keep up the great work you all are doing. I want to say, for those of you who are just tuning in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live, but we are simulcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. We're welcoming back the Melissa Banks. You know her as a media personality, a master event planner. She's a motivational speaker, Amazon best-selling author. Talk to us about that part, Melissa, being a best-selling author. When your first book, and I should say for more than one book, but what has that been like for you? For one thing, to introduce yourself as an author, but also to know how well your books have done on Amazon.
You know, there is no feeling to compare to the feeling when you hear that your book is a bestseller. I
Yeah,
mean, it's even saying it, I get excited. That experience, it will never go away. You can feel it. I don't care how many times after that, it's still just as exciting. And it just goes to show that you can dream for yourself, or but God can dream for you way bigger. Because I never in my wildest dream thought I would see a not only a book with my name on it, but also a bestseller. Is just amazing.
yeah. So the last thing I want to talk to you about, Melissa, in this conversation are three messages from this book. Melissa didn't know I was going to bring this up. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for you guys over on the Amazon side. So this is Melissa's book. You guys can see here, Dream by Design, Affirmations for Teen Girls and Their Mothers. But I'm not going to talk about teen girls and their mothers, Melissa. I'm going to talk about the message for all of us, starting with yourself. And the first message I want to talk about is what you have on number 31. I trust the journey and believe in my path. How have you been guided by that for yourself in your own life? But also, what do you hope audiences, when they get to that part of the book, realize about the importance of staying on track, but also trusting the journey?
And that's the key. You got to trusting the journey. And that part is not a one-time deal. That's why affirmations is so important, because you can get caught up in your own plan, right? And you can start focusing on your own plan, then something happens.
Yeah.
And your plan is not what happens, but it's staying the course. It's believing in the path, believing in your destiny, and continuing to move even when you don't see it. Repeating the words out loud so that it can sow into your spirit, because I believe when it sows into your spirit, it becomes part of you, and you can pull back to it when you need it on every single day. That's why I start the day with affirmations, because it reminds you of where you are.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys over there on IG. To Kenya, hello to you over there on Facebook. Glad to be able to see you as well. And I appreciate the hearts over there on YouTube as well. Let's go to message number 33, Melissa. This was another powerful one to me. I love myself and accept me just the way I am. I think so many people are trying to be the next so and so. And because of social media, and social media can be a great thing, but we look at people and it's easy for us to compare, even though we say we don't, or to judge where we are by where someone else. How important has it been for you to love yourself for you, Melissa?
You know what? If you're loving yourself for opinions, for likes, or for somebody else, you're going to continue to struggle with just loving who you are. It may be quirky, I may be quirky in some things to you, but it may be different for you, but it's for me. And I believe that when you accept yourself, listen, I am wonderful. I am a masterpiece. That is my favorite affirmation, because it reminds me of who I am every single day, no matter who's showing up, no matter how pretty they are, no matter how amazing their jewelry is, no matter how wonderful they talk. I'm who I am, and I am wonderful just like this. Now, I say that with confidence because I believe it with confidence, but I also know that there's some difficult days, and
Yeah.
you have to remind yourself, even in the difficult times, that you are wonderful just the way you are. You're not working for it. You're not trying to get there. You're already there. And that will change your day.
Well, that leads me to the last one, Melissa, that I want to talk to you about. And I want our audience to really hear this because we're living in interesting times right now where people will try to define us for us, will try to define us for other people. But Melissa, your message number 17 in the book is this: I am amazing. I won't let anyone tell me different. I want to talk about that. Now, you included that in this book for teen girls and their mothers, but what does that message mean to you?
That message for me, you'll hear me say that often, that you be amazing because you are, because that's what gets me through. I am amazing. I am amazing just as I am. I don't speak perfect all the time, but I'm excited about life. I love me, and loving me as a survivor of domestic violence. This is so important because I went so many years not feeling like I was amazing, not believing that I was supposed to be here or there was a purpose for me here on earth. But once I began to believe that I am amazing, I can go out every day being amazing, whether everything is amazing or not. And that's the key, Cyrus, is whether everything around you is amazing or not, believing for yourself, not for anything on the outside, but everything on the inside, that you are amazing. And that has been the key.
Yeah. Do you find, I know for myself, I tell people about my book, Words That Choose to Live By, Melissa, that book, even though I share it every day and have done that now for 10 years, share it every day with everyone else. It started with affirmations for myself. Do you find that you write first for you and that you hope the messages will share or resonate with others? Or how does the writing process for you begin?
It always begins with me. When you reading those affirmations from that book, those are my words. Those are words from my heart, from my gut. I can say those words. I mean, we wrote it for teens and their mothers, but really those affirmations are for everybody. Anybody who picks up that book and repeats those affirmations and believe in them will will grow from that and change the way they think and believe about themselves. Because it always starts with the heart. Even the dream journal, as simple as that is, Cyrus, that started from my life. You know, I believe in journaling. And I believe journaling was a help in a healing process during a very difficult season for me. And I journal right now. And I believe journaling can help anyone who sits down and just starts writing their thoughts, whether it's about a trip or a struggle or something they overcome, a celebration. And it helps them not only in that moment, but long down the road. So everything starts with me in my heart.
Love that. Well, Melissa, we can't let you go without talking about event planning. Again, we said you are a master event planner, and we have a book that is here. Do I really need an event planner? However, you are getting ready to release a new book. I saw November the 20th. In fact, I've already have pre-ordered for myself. Plan it like a pro. Talk to us about the new book, 15 event planning tips to plan events that wow. Why did you decide to release this book, Melissa?
Well, because I've been talking to people and getting questions. And one of the things, some people really are good at event planning. They're not professional pro event planners, but they really throw some great events, right? They get excited about them. They love doing it. They're the go to for church and family and everybody. And they want to do it in a way that shows professionalism, in a way that gets you excited and gets you talking about it, and it's a lot of pieces. So giving the tips will make them help them be able to put those pieces together and flow through the event planning process just as we pros through, and be able to throw those events that people are talking about because they're planned on purpose. And that's what that book is all about. It's just some tips that I've learned over my 26-year career that's going to help that person who's not ready to do the be a pro, or maybe they are, they just been doing it on their own and they need some guidance. Those tips will help them as well. So I'm excited and I can't wait till that book comes out.
So, Melissa, this is the book here, right? This is it. Plan it
Yes,
like a
that's it.
pro.
That is
50.
beautiful. Yay.
Yeah. So November the 20th is when the Kindle edition comes out. As you guys can see there, I've already pre-ordered mine. The paperback will be out in the first quarter of 2026. Melissa, I would like to share a surprise with you. Would you like to see it?
Okay. Share some what?
I'd like to share a surprise with you. Would you like to see it?
Oh God, I get nervous when you say that. Yes.
So Melissa was asking me today, I was talking to her about the new book, and she was like, well, how's it doing? I said, Melissa, it's your book. You should know how to do it. Melissa, your book is number 16 on the bestsellers list right now on
Are you
Amazon.
serious?
and, and now Melissa should have known when I didn't answer the question because she knew I knew. There was a reason why I didn't answer the question. But she just asked me today, but there she is sitting at number 16. They're in the category of new releases and home design. So congratulations, Melissa, on your hot new release.
I
How does
can't
it feel,
believe you got
Melissa?
that from me today. I asked you
Okay,
about that today.
okay, Melissa, I want you to think about what you just said. You just said you can't believe I can. I'm the master of keeping things from people.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So
But you
how does
know
it
what?
feel,
I let you
Melissa?
get away with it though today. I don't know why I let you get away with it.
Kenya says I pre-ordered mine. I have to Kenya as well. So Melissa, how does it feel to have your newest Amazon bestseller?
I am thrilled. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. And it's in a business book. It's an event planning book, and this is an awesome. What a great surprise.
I know.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Uh, look at Kenya
I
says
love it.
congratulations. Oh hey Tina. Tina says hello. Hey Tina, glad to be able to see you as well. So Melissa, so again for our audience on the Amazon side, you guys can go ahead and pre-order it. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for you guys in the carousel. We do have it. Oh, and Tina says congratulations as well. So make sure you guys go if you have not pre-ordered Melissa's newest book. I want to make sure we highlight it for you guys here on the Amazon side. Again, Plan It Like a Pro is the book. So if you guys are joining us on the Amazon side, I'm going to highlight it in the carousel for you guys. So you can be able to see it and pre-order. You can pre-order for only $4.99. The Kindle edition comes out November the 20th. The paperback will be out though at the beginning of 2026. So make sure you guys are looking out for that. Melissa, congratulations to you again. Melissa, let our audience know how can they stay connected with you and keep up with everything that's happening.
I am super excited. This was such an amazing conversation, and to top it off with such great news. Thank you so much, Cyrus Webb. You can stay connected with us at themelissabanks.com. You see all of our links right there. You can listen to some of the shows, the podcasts, our social media links. Everything is right there in that one place, themelissabanks.com.
Love it. Well, Melissa, congratulations to you again. So excited for you and looking forward to our next chat together.
I am as well.
All right. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.